Hello, beautiful soul, gorgeous human. Welcome back to another video on my channel. We talk all things mindset, subconscious mind, reprogramming, tapping into your higher self, and manifesting the life of your dream. My name is Atena Morelli, and today we are going to dive into the emotional intelligence sequence. This sequence is by far one of the strongest undertakings you can take when it comes to manifesting, rewiring your subconscious mind. And I would go even as far as to say to stop automatic negative thought patterns. I have a lot of videos on how to live your best life, how to be happy, how to stop negative thinking patterns. And I feel this is the real piece. Like the other videos may have touched on it, but this is the real piece. So I want to start off by saying nothing in this life is going to trip you up more than feeling stuck in your emotions or not knowing how to handle your emotions. And when you have this system that I'm about to share with you and you keep it right at the forefront of your thoughts, write this down. I'm going to put the different elements below, but write it down and practice the sequence. It's a sequence of 4 steps. It will completely change how you process your days. I can tell you right now that I used to have spirals that would last like a week, and then they became like a day, and now it's down to like 20 minutes, sometimes 5, depending on how deep the trigger is. So what is it that we're doing here? We're understanding how to deal with triggers. What's a trigger? Something happens, generally externally, you feel triggered. You see a post, someone saying something like, oh, I just manifested this, and you're like, oh. Or someone picks a fight with you and you're like, oh. Okay. And so the trigger, first you got to know what it feels like, because it varies. It can vary from like full on, like you're in total shock, in disbelief, you can't believe this person said this to you, to you see something, you're automatically like, oh my gosh, I'm feeling jealous, or I don't like this, or your heart rate just elevates, you just start sweating. Being triggered, you notice it first and foremost on a physiological state. If you've watched my videos where I said how I mastered my anxiety, you'll notice that I speak about intentional breath work. Why that one piece has changed everything. I'm like, okay, well, how can intentional breathing change your life? It's because it's got me to become hyper aware of what triggers me, because I notice the change of my breathing pattern. I notice when my breathing suddenly starts becoming shorter, or suddenly I just feel, I can feel it. So I want you to take some time, understand physiologically what triggers you, okay? Physiologically, how do you respond to triggers? Once you understand that, you can have massive awareness of what actually triggers you. Because I'll tell you something, so many people have no idea what triggers them. Because a lot of times we'll feel shame, we'll feel embarrassed, we'll be like, well, no, I shouldn't feel triggered. Oh, I don't want to deal with this. That is not your friend. If you want to have emotional intelligence, if you want to get rid of negative thought patterns, you need to become friends with your trigger. You need to honor it. So the first step is massive, unapologetic awareness about your triggers. And for those of you who know me, you're going to know what the second step is. Can you guess? Comment below if you know what it is. Okay. Don't judge the motherfucking trigger. Unplug, slow down. Before hyper reacting, remove yourself. One of my favorite examples from Tony Robbins, like he's like, okay, you notice the trigger. Suffering, there you are. Okay, welcome. What is it that you feel? Let's go for a walk together. I love that example because I remembered it. I am triggered. I'm gonna stop what I'm doing right now. Unless I'm in a meeting and I gotta just like pretend, whatever. I'm at home, I see something on social media, it triggers me. Someone's rude to me, it triggers me. The first thing I wanna do is train my body, step away, go for a walk, turn off your phone. Tell someone I need a time out. Learn how to communicate that with others if you need to, but you need to learn to unplug and observe the energy without judging it. So many times we judge our emotions. So you're triggered, you feel jealous, you feel unworthy, and the first response is, I can't feel that way, you squash it. What does that do? That tells you, your being, hey, it's not safe for me to be triggered. It's not safe for me to explore my traumas. It's not safe for me to express how I feel. So I'm gonna squash it, I'm gonna remove it, suppress it. And do you know what that does? It wraps your emotion in a whole other emotion. And the result of that is that it actually starts to control your life more and more. One of my favorite quotes from Carl Jung, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will rule your life and you will call it fate. You will continuously react to things outside of your control. You want to take back your control, you want to take back your power, observe what you respond to in a triggered state, and do not judge it. Unplug and observe. Wonder what's going on. I say this to all my onboarding clients. Curiosity is your best friend. I wonder what's going on. Depending on how much you need to unplug, once you do, feel what you need to feel. Don't suppress it. Like if I'm feeling sad, I'm gonna let myself cry. If I feel angry, I'm gonna let myself journal, box. I'm going to express the emotion in a safe way. Go for a walk. If you're with your partner, say, hey, I need a break. I need to step away. I need to walk away for a moment. I'm coming back. It really depends on how triggered you are. Yesterday, something triggered me, 1 hour, boom, I was done. Sometimes it's bigger things I need to unplug. Once I've unplugged from social media for a whole month, for those of you who follow my journey, you know that in the month of February, I unplugged for a whole month. I did continued life, but I had to unplug for a month to take care of me. So it can be 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 1 month, 1 year. I don't know. 1 year is very long. If it's 1 year, DM me. I'm going to help you. Once you unplug and you've witnessed this, move the emotion. So sometimes you'll notice right away, like I said, boxing. So you're unplugging and you're expressing the same way. Going for a walk, you're moving the energy. One of my favorites is doing longer form breath work, because breath work for me just moves the energy. I also do a lot of EFT tapping. Tapping is fantastic. If ever you want me to do a tapping video, comment below. I don't express it a lot, but it definitely does help. Dance, do something, move it. A lot of women, we carry a lot of stress in our hips. This is why women who twerk, I feel like they tend to be happy. I try, I really try. I hurt my back, so the twerking, we're there. But like, even if you just go like this, move the energy, shake it off, like physically move the energy. So if I keep reaching down, it's because I have my notes. I'm like, it looks funny. I'm like, what am I doing? What am I doing? Okay, dance, move. Okay, number 4. And this is going to be a big one. It's self-reflection, okay? I'm just gonna say it. Now, this is where I've started to understand the power of the hypnosis that I do with my clients, the power of doing even that meditation that I shared, where you begin with the end in mind. I'm gonna link that meditation below. Knowing where your higher self is that inner wisdom, that deep intuition, that knows that you are abundant, you are whole, you are magnificent, you are glorious. It's that voice that understands where you're headed every step of your life. You can tap into her, him, whoever's watching this. And I've come to understand why the future self hypnotic trance is so transformative for my clients, and even for myself. Because once you have that clarity, you can begin to reflect, I wonder what's going on. Some questions that are going to change the nature of the game. What am I making this mean? I read a decade ago or more, like I was in high school, it was so long ago, but I still remember. Nothing has power over you without your permission. You are the one that decides what things mean. So when something triggers you, it's very imperative for you to know, what am I making this mean? Sometimes you're not gonna know, okay? And I'm gonna be so upfront with you, because you will have unconscious family loyalties, deep-rooted subconscious programs, belief systems that you're not even consciously aware of. And this is where coaching really fucking helps. Like, I become aware of things so much quicker about what I'm making things mean through being coached. And I know this is why when I work with clients, it becomes extremely transformative, because we're like, okay, where am I heading? What's triggering me? What's going on? Let me pause. I wonder what's going on. Now, what am I making this mean? And once you understand that, is this ultimately true? Absolutely not, because your beliefs are just that. They're a series of thoughts that are on repeat. How can I deconstruct them and shift them? What do I want it to mean? What would serve me? And then the final step, what would my next level self do? How would my next level self show up? Often in manifestation, what I love to do, and one of the books I really love about this is Neville Goddard, because he talks about this probably in like the best way. I'm like obsessed with this book. I bought other books and I haven't been able to start them because I keep rereading it. I'll link that book below. It's The Law and the Promise. If my success is guaranteed and I have a level of certainty in my body, which personally I do for many things because I do the hypnotherapy, because I do the coaching, how would I respond? How would that version of me respond to this trigger? And there you have the magic. So I hope these 4 steps shined light for you. I know with great deep certainty, if you study this, you make this a practice, you use this even with your coach, it will change your life. It will raise your emotional intelligence by tenfold. It will remove the refractory period, or like what Gabby Bernstein calls the bounce back rate. You will start bouncing back so much quicker. If you want to do this work with me, I will be so excited. DM me on Instagram. We'll see if we're a good fit. And if we're not a good fit, I will recommend you to someone or some program that may help you better than I can. So until the next video, beautiful soul, gorgeous human, I'm wishing you a beautiful day, month, year, life, and I'll see you in my next video.